Welcome to the all-new Sports Visions on Bounce TV and to our worldwide web viewers on www.sportsvisionsusa.com. Hello, everybody. I'm DJ Jones alongside my good friend and traveling partner, Dale Williams. How are you, sir?
What's up, player?
It's great, man. It's great. It's a great day. This is the 80th annual Tuskegee Morehouse Classic, and we're in the historic A.J. McClung Memorial Stadium. You and I both have played a lot of football in here from Pop Warner to high school, but of course, the oldest black college classic in America right here.
The oldest historical black college classic that's out there, and really it's a lot of history in this stadium. You can even go back to the Georgia and Auburn game. A lot of history in the Memorial Stadium.
Absolutely. And coming up in just a little bit, we'll have an opportunity to talk with the executive director of the Tuskegee Morehouse Classic, as well as you and I visit some of the times that we had and we spent in this stadium. Of course, those are some good times. Also, we're going to have opportunity to recap the Georgia game. Of course, big failure in Athens. But we have opportunity. Bama Nation, stand up. Also, Auburn is off this week, and we'll talk about Georgia Tech and what's been going on the Plains. All that and more coming up next on Sports Visions.
Hello, my name is Susan Cooper, President and CEO of the Urban League of Greater Columbus. Please join us for the 19th Annual Equal Opportunity Day Dinner and Black Tie Gala, Saturday, October 24th at the Columbus Convention and Trade Center. Silent auction and reception at 6 p.m., benefit dinner at 7 o'clock, and at 8:45, the Black Tie Gala with dancing. Please support this event. $75 donation and $100 donation for VIP ticket and seating. Please contact the Urban League at 706-322-6840. Please join us for the 19th Annual Equal Opportunity Day Dinner and Black Tie Gala.
The lightest or nothing. The smartest or nothing. The quietest or nothing. The sleekest, sexiest, baddest, safest, tightest, harshest, or nothing. At Mercedes-Benz, we do things one way or we don't do them at all. The 2015 C-Class. The best or nothing.
Welcome back to Sports Visions. I tell you, man, it's an exciting time in college football now. Everything is starting to shape and come into form, and we're actually able to see how again, right now it's almost not quite the halfway point, but we're able to get a good idea of how this thing is going to come down the stretch.
Well, you know, like you would want to say, not midterm yet, but at the same time, been a quarterly deal. Everybody's played about 4 or 5 games. Everybody's got their cupcakes out the way. Everybody has played a very competitive game. And like I say, everything is going to kind of thin out here in a minute, DJ, and we're getting ready to ball.
Before we get into, of course, the SEC picks, or at least recaps and again, previews, let's talk about this Tuskegee Morehouse matchup. Both teams are 2-3 coming into today's big classic, and I know that it's always a rivalry. And this game, and since we were kids, has been in this community, and we know how excited that the alumni get to come to Columbus and to get to root for their teams and their bands.
It's a great opportunity for the city of Columbus really to be on display. This thing's been going on for 80 years, DJ, like you said, but at the same time, you can throw the records out when these two teams play. A great showing for the city. Is always a good turnout. And really, we always realize, you know, when the fair comes and Tuskegee Morehouse game comes, the weather changes. It's going to be a beautiful day. I think really for them continuing to have this thing, it's a great sign for tourism here in the city. And the game is very important, DJ.
Absolutely. A beautiful day for kickoff and a beautiful day for tailgating. All right, let's go ahead and go do the damage. Obviously, last week we had an opportunity to go up to Athens, and again, what we thought would have been one of the bigger games in the country on primetime CBS. University of Alabama got off the bus. We were very impressed, and again, the game ended up being something that neither one of us thought. Alabama was totally dominated. They out-executed us. They out-coached us, and they beat us in every phase of the game.
Beat Georgia in every phase of the game, from the coaching to the special team to the offense to defense, and really it just showed me, personally it showed me that Georgia has a long way to go as far as the program is concerned, you know, and really, and we've been saying this for 4 or 5 years, that Alabama players don't look like Georgia players.
Absolutely, and as big as that game was, this week is even bigger for Georgia. They're going into Knoxville. Of course, that was one game. Alabama beat them, and again, as we talked about all week long, sometimes you just go up against somebody that's just better than you, and they knock you down. But get up, clean yourself off, reevaluate the situation, and go back to work. And again, you know what? Don't be surprised if Georgia take care of business starting today in Knoxville. don't be surprised if Georgia see Alabama again in Atlanta.
Well, that would be a great ending. But at the same time, again, after a game like that, after you get dominated and demolished, you really, back in the day, we wouldn't even look at the film. What we want to do now, we want to just continue to get better and stay focused on Tennessee, one game at a time. And like we said in the SEC, if you're going to lose early.
Now, Bush Jones up at Tennessee, he's a guy that's not walking on easy street. I know that a lot of the Tennessee folks up there, they're not happy with what's going on up there. They felt that this was a year for them to make a run at the SEC East. And, of course, they still have an opportunity if they are able to take Georgia out at home.
Really, DJ, this is going to be a very tough game against Tennessee. I mean, really, Tennessee should have a better record than they really do. They squandered a lead on Oklahoma. They lost against Florida. Really, and then in the past 2 years, they could have easily beaten Georgia. So people are kind of feeling that kind of way up there in Tennessee. And, at the same time, this is going to be a very tough game for Georgia.
And just like the tough game is for Georgia, of course, Bama coming off the dominating victory, we're hoping that they don't have a letdown because Arkansas is not one to mess with.
No, not one. Very dangerous team. We said that they were one of the dangerous teams because really, one thing, and I think they'll play good against Alabama because they're stout. They got big kids. They got 6'5", 6'6", 300-pound guys all across their offensive line and defensive line. And that really was a big difference last week if you were looking at what the difference. Defensive line, that front seven piece. And Alabama traditionally has a great front seven.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, more importantly, when you talk about Nick Saban and not having a letdown after a huge victory. Again, this guy is like old school. He is old school at the finest. So if anybody is going to have his guys ready to play, I think that it's got to be Nick Saban because, again, nobody thought that they could go into Athens and do what they did. But now that they have the attention back, because, again, a lot of folks had given up on them after losing to Ole Miss. Now the attention and focus is back on Nick Saban and Alabama. And, of course, now they just need to continue to do what they've been doing.
And really, and Nick Saban's going to keep them focused. And then, like you said, DJ, Alabama is back. For those who thought they were dead, they're not dead. They're going to get better. They probably played the best game of any team last year for for part of the college season. But I think they're definitely in the top 10, and they can rise even if they beat Arkansas this week.
All right, let's talk a little bit more about what's happening. Of course, Auburn has the week off. Got a win over San Jose State last weekend. Of course, Auburn needs this time to regroup, to gather. Sean White has pretty much settled in as the quarterback, and I think that's the direction that Gus Malzahn wants to go. And, of course, he's had a steady hand. Hadn't been impressive, but at the same time, he's been steady. And, again, having a week off will give him that much more time with reps and to watch film and to get better for their next game.
I think really Auburn is coming in and having an off week this week. I think this is the best thing for Auburn could do. They got the Sean Smith piece, the Jeremy Johnson piece. They got some new players that they just need to get some reps and find out a whole lot more about them. And I think they got depth, but they really need this break, DJ. And I think coming after this off week, I think they're going to come back and they're going to play some Auburn-type football.
Last but not least, Paul Johnson. Boy, just a couple of weeks ago, they were world beaters. Now, again, three losses in a row, and then you got Clemson.
Woo!
The big, bad Clemson coming in. And, I never would have in my wildest dreams thought that, Georgia Tech with this offense, with this stingy defense, would have lost 3 straight games.
I wouldn't have thought that either, DJ, because I picked them as one of the surprising teams of the year, along with Auburn. At the same time, DJ, they got a lot of kids injured. They got a lot of skilled guys that are hurt, and at the same time, they just got to get better. They got to get better on the defensive side of the ball. They went up 21-0 last week against North Carolina. Then they come back and lose 31-24. That's just not Paul Johnson, Georgia Tech football right there.
All right, let's go ahead and take a look at our Mercedes-Benz picks of the week.
Alabama will be playing Arkansas. Auburn is off. Georgia will travel to Knoxville and play the Tennessee Volunteers at Neyland Stadium. Georgia Tech will play Clemson. Texas will play Oklahoma. Florida will play Missouri. South Carolina against LSU. And Florida State will play Miami. Don't forget to email Dale Williams at sportsvisionsusa.com for your picks.
Now let's take a look at our Black College scores and lineup for this week. Brought to you by our good friends from Nell and Abe's Barbershop.
Okay.
Sports Vision is sponsored by Aflac, Crown Royal, Express Motors, Diverse Powers,
Hello, football fans. Coming up August 31st, our college football picks of the week. And that's right, it's brought to you by our good friends from Mercedes-Benz of Columbus.
Each week during the 2015 college football season, Sports Vision will pick 7 of the top college games around the SEC, ACC, Big 10, Big 12, and the Pac-12. Viewers in the Chattahoochee Valley will stop by Mercedes-Benz of Columbus to fill out their pick forms and receive a free test drive voucher. The form must be turned in before 12 o'clock on game day. The customer with the most winning picks will win a complimentary prize brought to you by Mercedes-Benz of Columbus. The winner automatically qualifies for the grand prize, round-trip ticket for 2 to the SEC Championship game in Atlanta, Georgia. So stop by Mercedes-Benz of Columbus to fill out your form.
The lightest or nothing. The smartest or nothing. The quietest or nothing. The sleekest, sexiest, baddest, safest, tightest, harshest, or nothing. At Mercedes-Benz, we do things one way or we don't do them at all. The 2015 C-Class. The best or nothing.
4 of the top 5 Marriott golf courses are on the Robert Trent Jones Golf Trail in Alabama. Ross Bridge, Grand National, Capitol Hill, and the Grand Hotel were named their favorite golf resorts by guests of Marriott and Renaissance Hotels of North America. 4 out of 5 is a pretty good average. Take it from those who've been there and book a trip to the trail. Call 800-949-4444 or visit rtjgolf.com.
Stop by these locations to pick up your free copy of Sports Vision's magazine: Hilton Garden Inn, Chester's Barbecue, and Express Motors.
Welcome back to Sports Visions. Joining us right now is a very important person as it pertains to this Tuskegee Morehouse Classic. Of course, we have with us the Executive Director, Mr. Douglas Troutman. Welcome to Sports Vision.
Good afternoon, Columbus.
Man, your hands have been full, not just for this week, but you have been planning, and along with the committee, for quite some time for this this celebration, the 80th.
Yes, we have. We've been going since November of last year with some pre-planning and outlining of the activities, and now everything has come to full force that we're ready for the crowd to enter in here and come to the conclusion of this great rivalry weekend.
Well, I'm certainly excited for you. We've already had a great week of events, of course, the press conferences, and of course a lot of the things you're doing for the young people. And I know you had some of the high school athletes to come in to the press conference. I mean, just a tremendous week.
Yes, it has been, particularly we've added, with this being the 80th, we've had some events that will go both ways, from the young people and for the old school people, and they have worked out really well. Plus, we've been able to give back with our annual recruiting venue this year, which was well attended by everybody. So we're very excited, and capped it off with an old school parade today with floats in it.
Oh, great. Sports Vision certainly appreciates you guys, of course, opening the door for us to do the old school concert with, of course, the sensation, the R&B sensation, Howard Hewitt and the SOS Band. And, of course, the old school party was off the chain.
Just fabulous. We need to sit down and talk about continuing that relationship, because it was very additional event for the Classic, and for the old school people who were not into the hip-hop rap circuit, this was right off the chain for them.
Well, today is a special day, and it's early, and of course, in a little bit later on, this field will be full of football players, and these stands will be full of your fans. But the tailgates that's in the parking lot, man, you'll have at least 20, 25, 30,000 people here for the event, the tailgating and the ball game.
They're going to be queuing, they're going to be drinking, they're going to be celebrating, and we're excited that they're excited about being down here and being a part of this.
Now, of course, this Classic, a lot of folks that don't realize this is the oldest black college Classic in America. And with it being the 80th, obviously it had a special spin.
Yes, it does. We've been playing in Columbus since 1935, and we're very proud of the fact that Fort Benning, Phoenix City, and Columbus has this type of a game that's been here this long, and we're excited the fact that we're celebrating our 80th.
Now, Doug, when we talk to the sponsors, and I want you to look into that camera, because, again, this is the oldest, this is the oldest black college Classic. And there shouldn't be any reason for the sponsors to come in and want to be a part of this. And I know you had some challenges, but at the same time, you're the new guy in town. Of course, your second year on the job, and you're ready to break those barriers.
Yes, well, we would like to definitely, first of all, thank the sponsors for, first of all, the consideration for backing this Classic. And for those who chose to participate this year, we are equally grateful, because one of the things that with all of the barbecues and the parties and the parade. At the end of the day, this is about providing financial assistance to Tuskegee University, Morehouse College, and even Spelman College.
For the understanding and clarification of the folks out there that don't quite know what this committee does from a financial standpoint, and I don't want you to have to put all your business out there, but I think it's very important for the folks out there to know that if it wasn't for all the monies and funds that you guys raise as a committee, this game wouldn't happen.
That is true. There's a couple of pieces that I would like to mention. Number one, the money that we raise, we kind of look at it in three different areas. One, help kids get in school. Secondly, help kids stay in school. And the third thing is help those students who need to pay to get out of school. So those are three very important things that we do. And the three main pieces that we have here is we have the organization part, so we have expenses that we have to pay. We have operating costs, and at the same time, we also pay for all the expenses for the bands and for the football team. That's transportation, housing, and feeding them.
Well, I want to commend you on a great week, and of course, I know this is going to end up, cap it off with a great day. And again, congratulations and good luck.
Thank you very much, and go Tigers.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, the Executive Director of the Tuskegee Morehouse Classic Committee, Mr. Douglas Troutman. We'll be right back after this.
Sports Vision is sponsored by Aflac, Crown Royal, Express Motors, Diverse Powers, Hilton Garden Inn, Chick-fil-A, Columbus Tech, Chester's Barbecue, ENS.
Hi, I'm Philip Davitt with ENS Men's Clothing Warehouse. We'd like to say thank you, Columbus and the Bi-City area, for 20 great years on Macon Road in the heart of Columbus. We're inviting you out to our 20th anniversary sale with bigger savings and deals than ever before.
To help show our appreciation, ENS is offering complete suit and tux packages only $99. Jackets, pants, shirts, and ties, a $199 value for just $99. Find us on Facebook for details on how to win a suit or tux package. Come celebrate our 20th anniversary. ENS, where you get more for a whole lot less.
The lightest or nothing. The smartest or nothing. The quietest or nothing. The sleekest, sexiest, baddest, safest, tightest, harshest or nothing. At Mercedes-Benz, we do things one way or we don't do them at all. The 2015 C-Class. The best or nothing.
Departure, arrival, search, post, chat, check-in. New foods, new fun, new favorites. All right, new clients. Don't stop there. Explore, discover, connect, grow, celebrate, work, live, play. Breathe. At Hilton Garden Inn, we know you'll love our cook-to-order breakfast, first-rate amenities, and award-winning service. So count on us to give you all the ways to make the most of every stay. Hilton Garden Inn. It's better at the Garden.
Welcome back to Sports Visions. It's now time for our Atlanta Falcons report. And 4-0, can I say 4-0, undefeated?
Undefeated, 4-0, playing better.
Man, I tell you what, nobody out there can say that they would have predicted Atlanta to be undefeated, 4-0, one of the hottest teams in the National Football League right now, but that's a fact.
That's a fact, DJ, and really getting off to a good start is always important for the Atlanta Falcons. You know, again, for those out there that they're playing a 4-12 schedule from last year, but at the same time, DJ, they're playing good ball, and you can see the improvement on their defensive side and some of their players. Absolutely,
and of course the explosiveness of this offense. I mean, scoring that many points and, scoring several touchdowns in the first half, spotting, the Houston Texans. Again, this is no slouch team. This is a team with two very dominating defensive linemen, and our offense basically had their way with the Houston Texans.
They did, DJ, and really hats off to Devontae Freeman. This kid has turned everything up a notch. I mean, another game with 3 TDs rushing, over 100-yard multi-purpose yards. He's doing great things for the Falcons, and really I think that's been a big improvement for the offense is concerned and really trying to take some of that tension off of Julio Jones.
Man, I tell you, I love that production coming from Devontae Freeman. Of course, 6 touchdowns in the last 2 games. And again, even when you take our best weapon and the NFC Player of the Month, Julio Jones, away, he only had about 4 catches, maybe 60, 65 yards. He wasn't a factor, but the rest of the offense, the other guys stepped up, and that was great to see.
That was great to see, DJ. And Devontae Freeman, I love his style. He gets one cut and gets upfield. He hits the hole quickly. But really, we got to give some credit to that offensive line, DJ, which everybody had question marks about that offensive line. And really, again, that team defense from the defense, I'm telling you, Dan Quinn's defense has turned up and really getting those turnovers. I don't know the stats right now, but I know they're doing very well in turnovers, DJ.
I'll tell you what, Matt Ryan, the quarterback, has definitely had some say in, of course, this play, and he shut up some of the naysayers out there who didn't think that he was talented enough or much of a leader. But you don't do what he's done over the past 4 weeks and not have talent, not have leadership skills, and not be a quarterback that deserves to be mentioned in the top tier.
As we talked about at the beginning of the year, DJ, the most important thing for Matt Ryan, DJ, is a running game. And that Devontae Freeman piece has been great. Getting in 3rd and 2 situations, 3rd and 3 situations, those are big because you don't want to depend on Matt Ryan on a 3rd and 8, 3rd and 10. These are the things we were talking about, the importance of a running game. The offensive line has done great, and they're protecting Matt Ryan. You can easily protect a guy when you keep him off balance. So hats off to the Falcons offense,
man. I know we said a lot about the offense, but you know what? The defense, and I call them the no-name defense because you probably couldn't name 3 starters on defense. But the fact of the matter is they're playing some of the best football in the National Football League on the defensive side. And you know what? That's exactly what Atlanta needed. That's exactly why, we like what, Coach Quinn is doing up there because they are playing with intensity, they're playing with passion, and they're playing like, their hair's on fire.
That's right. I love the way they're playing defensive, DJ. As we were taught and what we watch, every 11 guys running to the football, and that's what you see with them. I think they're more improved on defense. I think the most valuable piece of their defense, DJ, has been the defensive line. They got guys that can come in with fresh legs at any time. They're big, they're stout, they're physical, and the secondary is playing much better, even with the pass rush that's coming from that front 4 instead of blitzing all the time. I think the defense is doing very well, and if they can continue to get turnovers, interceptions, sacks, fumble recovers, pick sixes, they're going to be there, DJ.
Up next for the Falcons, the Washington Redskins and Kirk Cousins, who they started slow, but they seem to be getting themselves together. And, again, the Falcons continue to do what they have been doing. I expect them to take care of business and have the same results.
I think so, too, DJ. And really one of the biggest things, what you want to do is put things behind you, but at one game at a time. This is the game that the Falcons should win. Those are the games in the past that they've lost, so they can continue to play well and be injury-free. Keep running the ball, keep getting turnovers. They're going to be right there, DJ.
I like what I see out of the Falcons, and I love what I'm seeing out of the fans, but you know as well as I do, Atlanta, Georgia, and the Atlanta Falcons fans, they love their football team, and I know that's all they needed was a reason to get excited, and that's being 4-0 right now. So, hey, the city of Atlanta is on fire.
They're on fire right now, DJ, and like I say, if they can get rid of any kind of injuries, no hurts, no harms, no dangers over these kids, and they can play against New Orleans Saints, man, going down New Orleans. Oh man, it's gonna be a special game down there.
All right, let's go ahead and take a look at our Crown Royal picks of the week.
All right, DJ, we got the Falcons hosting the Washington Redskins. We got the Browns playing the Ravens, Seahawks against the Bengals, St. Louis Rams against the Green Bay Packers at Lambeau Field. The Saints will play the Eagles. The Jacksonville Jaguars go up against the Buccaneers at Raymond James Stadium. This is a good one. The New England Patriots against the Dallas Cowboys at AT&T Stadium. The Broncos against the Raiders. The 49ers against the Giants. And the Steelers against the Chargers. Don't forget to email Dale Williams before 12 o'clock on Sunday for your picks.
Hello, my name is Susan Cooper, President and CEO of the Urban League of Greater Columbus. Please join us for the 19th Annual Equal Opportunity Day Dinner and Black Tie Gala, Saturday, October 24th at the Columbus Convention and Trade Center. Silent auction and reception at 6 p.m., benefit dinner at 7 o'clock, and at 8:45, the Black Tie Gala with dancing. Please support this event. $75 donation and $100 donation for VIP ticket and seating. Please contact the Urban League at 706-322-6840. Please join us for the 19th Annual Equal Opportunity Day Dinner and Black Tie Gala.
Scott Sawyer with Diverse Power. Diverse Power wants our customers to enjoy all the benefits that reliable, consistent electric service provides. Our BPI certified technicians offer duct blaster testing of your HVAC ductwork to locate leaks. We also offer a full blower door examination that will qualify homeowners and home builders to meet the new Energy Code building standards. At Diverse Power, we offer innovation through vision, quality through service.
4 of the top 5 Marriott golf courses are on the Robert Trent Jones Golf Trail in Alabama. Ross Bridge, Grand National, Capitol Hill, and the Grand Hotel were named their favorite golf resorts by guests of Marriott and Renaissance Hotels of North America. 4 out of 5 is a pretty good average. Take it from those who've been there and book a trip to the trail. Call 800-949-4444 or visit rtjgolf.com.
And welcome back to today's final segment of Sports Visions. What a great day, the 80th Tuskegee Morehouse Classic. And, again, playing here at A.J. McClung Memorial Stadium, you and I both, as young members of the Edgewood Red Devils, and all the Peanut Bowls that we had opportunity to play here, man, it really brings back some memories, even into the high school days.
I mean, big memories, big-time memories. Like I said, this is a classic stadium, from playing Pop Warner football here to high school football here. Major college games have been played in this stadium. Really, DJ, and we said that a long time ago, it's due an improvement.
One question for you, and I know you're not ready for this. What's your most memorable play that you made, whether it's Pop Warner or high school, on this field?
Woo! I would say, DJ, Pop Warner. Edgewood against the Schenectady, New Jersey Raiders.
What did you do?
We did a veer option, what we always did, and to be able to ride the fullback in, pull it, then pitch it, kept it, and probably went about 60, 70 yards in the mud.
Mine, of course, I had some memorable times in Pop 1 and 2, but mine had to have been in high school against Columbus High my junior year. Of course, battling Columbus High, nobody gave us a chance, but was able to bootleg out and scamper down the sideline 40 yards, and nobody ever saw me. And again, that was my favorite play here.
That's right.
But again, great day. Of course, it was great to have the executive director from Tuskegee Morehouse Committee, Doug, in here. And again, Doug has done a fantastic job the past few years, and I know that the future is really bright for that classic committee.
Great job by Doug Troutman, DJ, and ever since he took the reins, he's done a good job. And like I said, for just making it, getting better, and like I said, he has a spirit of excellence on him too, DJ, to be able to make this classic better and better.
Now, again, closing out this show, we always want to talk about high school football. And you know what? For the 5th week in a row, we haven't been shocked because some of those teams that normally and traditionally have been losing got victories. Jordan got a victory. Spencer got a victory. I mean, these are teams that, again, Columbus High beat LaGrange. Just a tremendous show overall, as they're all into region play right now.
DJ, and like we said, I love the fact that these kids are playing one another in inner city stuff. And basically, they're in the same region. They're playing against one another. There's great excitement in the city that when you can play against some of your guys that you grew up in playing in Pop Warner and junior high school. Now you get to play against them at their high school, and really that you never can really underestimate that feeling for these kids.
Yeah. All right. Well, the Tuskegee Morehouse Classic, the 80th. Gets underway here in just a little bit, but that's going to do it for all the time we have for today's show. For Dale Williams, I'm DJ Jones, reminding you to keep your eye on the ball. Have a great week.
Matthew 6:33, seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things will be added unto you.